but it is Pearl for our opening pistol, and it will be Shopify Rebellion Black on the offense, looking to play for what looks to be, what is going to be just a flash and dash type situation with Pa1nt. But opening headshot on Mundi slows things down just a bit. Zoe trying to get into the picture, and no, Pa1nt will find first blood, but Shopify Rebellion have not fully committed yet.
Still not stepping outside of these smokes, unsure of how much is still present on it. Fair is early, and they'll pay the price.
Got Pa1nt, a little slide through for the trade. And this long flank from Zeke and Bob. Well, not being watched for at the moment. They've avoided the sentry turret, but you do have the ability to maybe scale a little bit deeper into the site, and that's a nice double from Zeke. Fireball following up. No pinch, though, from Bob. Still worried about where Pa1nt is.
Now the easy crunch here from Blue Otter should seal away this defense. It's Pa1nt that gets active as always, though, and he's immediately shortened this to 1 before Bob gets in the right spot. Slides over and gets the intel, too. Now the double back, the 1v1 that Pa1nt will clear up. And what a bombastic way to open things up after this duelist switch, right? Been able to make some steps on. Pa1nt, of course, the front runner for it. Now the Prowler to double up on top of it, and that's the stack. That's the kill you're looking for. Pa1nt gonna step forward a little bit more and somehow get another.
That is so good. I think you also had a Nova Pulse in the mix there too, being placed by Spaz. So utility all over the place for that isolation. Now you head back over to A main. Zo there to at least meet one. Fair, who had done the initial damage, avoids the follow-up knife, and there may be an opportunity to kind of get a little bit in towards the front side of the site, trying to see what they can do to just hopefully kill a little bit of time and space, allow Bob to come in, but Fair will be stunned up. No problem there for BCJ, and Bob's got no entry. The bonus is good, and SRB are off to the races. So there's a little bit more of a stack here in terms of how Blue Otter want to use utility to try to stop these initial engagements, including a couple of the star placements. So there's a bit of a one-way. Zeke in some trouble. Flash comes through. Bob trying to follow up, not going to be able to connect. And Pa1nt will be good for 2. Now you got the Nightfall out, and it should be, well, you would think a full flood in through this mid connector, but no commitment here for Shopify, taking their 5v3 with some caution.
It's a tough Nightfall to execute when you haven't been able to clear these other chokes. And Blue now has free reign over A main as well, so no escalation off of that. Maybe seeing if Blue sense that there is a rotation in this. It's not going to happen, and Zoe will get that first peak kill.
Well, Fair's going to have to hit if this play continues to make a way over through a connector here. Looks like it wants to. Stack up over towards Art. Got Spaz holding a little bit deeper. And there's the pop flash over the top, combined with Haunt. Fragment into the corner. Now it's on to Fair. Misses the first. It's critical. And now he's just stuck. Trying to get the knives. Will be 1 kill away from it. Zoe able to go 1 for 1, but Fair will drop, and Fireball is trying to make a play through Flowers that is just, honestly speaking, not going to find a lot of value from this angle, unless maybe you can get a 1-tap and then get a swing, but Shopify Rebellion are not going to allow that to happen. 5-0 start for SRB.
And Pa1nt's already going to press A connector here and start clearing these angles that Blue Otter's been able to get proactive on once in a blue moon.
Yeah, I mean, it's Shopify's just doing a really nice job of keeping the defense kind of unaware. Stealth drone out. Blind Hunter's Fury just trying to connect onto something. Is there any sort of a peek off of that? No, instead, Zoslo gets caught. It just goes from bad to worse that quickly. And now you've got, the fast lane coming through. Although, Pa1nt will get caught. Bob playing inside the site. Nova Pulse is there. Spaz shuts down the flank. And now you've got, Steel Garden in the mix. So, an opportunity to still hold on to the site. Monzi is low. Yeah,
and the salvo's now out.
You've got a lockdown in a very safe spot here for the offense to move through. Or Bob is going to sit in the backside of the site. That Nanoswarm doesn't get exactly where it's intended to go. Zoe with a late star, just trying to get the vacuum in. Gravity Vortex not going to pull anyone forward, but Bob does go undiscovered over through dugout. Fireball also follows up in towards Flowers onto a second, and now the exit feels a little bit more labored. It's going to be a 2v3 situation on this post plant. Advantage to Blue Water. Shotgun is good, but Pa1nt able to get a long swing for 1. Follow-up good on to Spaz. Down to a single point worth of health, essentially. Recon dart there, but the double setup for Blue Otter too strong, and now they've got 3 in a row.
Yeah, act like there's a Nebula here the whole time. Salvo's out. It's Blue that steps in. Zoe opening frag. Couple misses, but Monsi comes up with 2 on the kill feed. And they've caught Fair, who is doubled back on this shotgun. Does find one
opens the door for Fireball for the 1v2.
Blinded.
Just on the backside of A. Well, they're going to clear out, at least towards Secret. Fade to make sure no one's in connector. There's the information, but wow, Pancakes takes a shot from Fireball. Follow-up is there, but PCJ on the wide swing. Comes down to how they want to try to break up in this fight. And do they get maybe some less Valorant timing? No. Mundi able to find the first paint, easy headshot there. It also confirms there's the third, so advantage in a major way here to SRB.
Monty's IGLing has never really been called into question. His fragging was a little bit lacking so far this stage. I believe he was getting like terrible frames though in those games, allegedly. That's this is all hearsay, but going into the previous week, their game against SAD, again, hearsay, Monty's back to a full-fledged gamer setup. So he's been looking very active, very willing to go kill again. Here's Fair all the way up, and Pancakes has spotted him in the slide back. Actually, a decent trade of the health pool, but BCJ on the bigger one steps up to the challenge, and Fair trounces him too.
Hit on the way, defense here, but Zeke, double classic headshot. Hold on a second. Now we're into a 2v2 situation. Pa1nt able to find the first. That's a very valuable one. Zeke off the reload has done a lot of the damage needed. Trying to play off this double swing. First one there. Separation. How do you want to play the recon? Oh, really well played. Pa1nt revealed, but again, the movement too strong. And now the pistol duel continues. Running out of ammunition. Right click out, and Zeke will find 4. Pancakes will not be revealed. Stealth drone also avoided. Doc darts there. Nano swarm up. Salvo has to be dodged. Pancakes in some trouble, but will call for help, and then I'm sure immediately say we don't need it, but instead commits forward to it. And after the pop-off that you had from Zeke, he's already got himself the Hunter's Fury. That will connect onto Pancakes, and Blue Otter looking really strong in this bonnet.
Forcing a scatter shot from Shopify out the gate here, and Shopify fall for it, hook, line, and sinker. Pa1nt though on this Vandal, continuing to stay active, continuing to slide in. There it goes, so you'll have to fish out the next one. It's easy to do that with Monty's fragment. That's a defensive reset on B side. Still the personnel advantage, and Fireball Ops gonna take advantage of it by going for this creep up A connector. An uncertain half of the map, forcing Shopify to go for the reset.
This is really a tough call, though, if you're Fireball. You feel like you're going to be called upon to do something here, but what a snap that is. Able to find Monty, but now head is on a swivel. Pa1nt looking for the trade. We'll find it for free.
Left.
Now we have the 2v2, but there will be a free plant on the B side here for Blue Otter.
And a gun that Bob can grab at the very least. So she's fully kitted. Zoe's gonna creep up on his stars. And Spaz is gonna actually be quite late to this, having to snake all the way back from A main. So again, not a great window of time to work with here. It's gonna have to be Pa1nt getting proactive, and he does not have his slide right now.
No.
Oh, he does.
Oh, doesn't matter. Just get on into the face, as Zoe still find the free kill. And now it's on to Bob, who has stayed concealed to this point, or has he? Spaz, good prediction. Has to hop on. That's the salvo out. Pa1nt. Wait, that salvo, I was about to say, is it actually in a good spot? I couldn't see it on the ground.
Blinding tempo.
Yep.
And with Fair on this knives, it's very possible then. It's a different game.
Yeah, just forced the tough shot coming out. Pancakes, though, does slow things down for a moment. Lots of utility still existing on the side of Pancakes! Oh! Oh, 5 for Pancakes!
In one fell swoop, Blue Otter pressured to play this B-side a little more classically and a little more heavily. Cosmic Divide on early.
Lockdown at the ready. If you do want to try to counter this for Shopify, but they're not going to commit to it. Spike gets planted. That's set up for Pillar. Fair will stay here as long as they can. Overdrive out. Steel Garden going to be planted out by Fireball. Inside the smoke, no one's looking for Fair right now. No one's even bothering for it, but the smoke replaces. Detainment comes through. Fair's gonna need a little bit of help. If they even look, though, Fair's still hanging out up top. SRB are finding eliminations, but oh no! The damage starting to come through. Now it's just on a Fair who somehow gets 2. Maybe makes that doable for Bob, especially with this post-plant situation, but the shot is not going to land. BCJ will stick. And there should just be enough time for this to get to double digits for Shopify, and it is. Smoke is out. Spaz kind of has to give up the site for now. Retake tool would likely be a Cosmic Divide. A little bit of spam coming through. Connects on to Fair, but... Oh, that's the one that matters. Bob will drop. Plant will still come through. But now you got to look at this lurk from Fireball. It has to be there, but Pancake's very aware of it. The Hunter's Fury kind of provides a bit of a smoke coverage for Paint right there for 2. Then the flash for 3. Shopify on map point.
We are not paying much attention to B site at all this time shift.
Nope. Oh, gosh.
He's been so good with these fadeaways, dude, every time.
Orb collected. Paint connects onto another, though. 5v3. Fireball has been seen over towards Art. Paint still not missing. And it just kind of feels like composure's been lost a little bit here from Blue Water. It's so tough, man. This map honestly could be 12-8 the other way with how many heroic moments we've nearly seen get past the finish line for Blue Water. Just haven't quite been able to have it. I think the first blood tally is likely going to tell the story here. Just in terms of how many advantages Shopify had early. Not to call this round done yet, though, because Blue Water have, again, had some miracle works in the mix of these late rounds in odd man situations, but doesn't feel very likely.
First potential victim into the gutter.
One enemy remaining.
She won't get anything done.
Defenders win.
And neither will Fireball on the lurk.
Nothing's perfect.
It's as exciting as it is
That's
frustrating
what's
seeing 5 players on Blue Water have these heroic moments, these abilities to just absolutely dominate lobbies and even play them well as a team together. Big creep up to the B door where this first trap wire is going to be landed.
Shot come through. Monzi trying to combine. Yeah, and that's the thing. I was going to say, Farewell actually does make good on the shield. That you get stunned up like that, it can sometimes be difficult to dance with, but Monzi for first blood. Check from Paint, doesn't see anything through long. Does he get a scout out of what's happening through Garage, though? Another shoulder come through, some damage is there, and no kills for SRB's defense, and that'll be an easy plan for Blue Water.
Something important to note, that if that kill didn't come through for Fair, if Fair didn't get that second shield, he would have died to the salvos. They would have gotten another proc on him and killed him before the rest of Blue Water could have gotten on site.
We'll get some free Garage control. Pain thinking about it. Oh, and the fault line assists. Really well done. So that'll be Pancakes for first blood. And now all of a sudden this offense feels, very soft just due to the fact that you've got an operator in play. Like if you're sitting as the defense, you're not going to know it's here, but really at this point, you just don't overpeak anything. B becoming a threat though may still force a couple of the contact plays, and Fireball outside, sees the barrel, sees the brim of the hat, finds the headshot, and now numbers are Blue Otter.
Shopify were able to corral Blue Otter into only one option, but that option was taken with so much.
Oof.
Great aim. Fair. Getting away with a whole lot there on the B creep. There's always going to be one option left when it comes to Haven, and Blue Otter clearly going to put the pedal to the metal. With
Fair will follow up, trying to use the shield to his advantage, and that works out nicely. So again, the ISO finding value here early.
And with that suppress tossed forward, that catches so many members of Shopify. They'll all be stunted beyond this smoke on the link. Armageddon now ready to go, and here comes the push.
Well, Paint shut down. Kill contract is out. And the defense is just completely stuck. Although Monzi does win the 1v1 inside the ult. So now you can try to reform here. Not a lot in terms of utility, though, to break your way back into the site, into the corner. Zeke will find 2. Now it's just down to Monzi and operator in play. Hunter's going to get called out. That's over towards the site, though. You have to know of the potential threat that could be over towards Sewer side. Bob able to connect. That's on Sewers. Rolling Thunder's already been called, and Monzi's barely gotten into sight. Fair going to still peek, even while Concussed will take 2 with them. Spike not on site yet, though, and both Cyphers, very well may find each other on this lurk. Pancakes with a check, finds the win. Still doable. 2v3, though, post-plant.
I'll try and catch in Spaz early. He's already in front of this to try and farm some stuff out. Pancakes meeting him here. Attempted retake his Bob with this op early on to force the first peek out, and now the double up for Spaz. Pancakes has to react quickly. We'll grab one from on high, but forced to drop down. He's got to double up on the peaks and just can't get that done.
Trip to play with. So Bob will take a rifle this time. Zoe will have the op.
It's you and me.
And yeah, kill contract will come through. That will pull in the 1v1 on the picture-in-picture. Fair able to win that one with ease. And that will lead to an immediate 5v4 post-plant. But here we go again with the Neon antics. 4v4. Stun gonna come through. Pa1nt looking to move quickly. Decent damage, but doesn't clear the close corner. And Fireball, yeah, is just gonna lock this one down completely. No chance for Mundi.
But after that time's allotted, they'll take the fight. See what they come up against.
Good first.
It is still Pancakes, so they're jumping on. That's one fight down. He'll step back into the smoke, actually, and let the rest of Blue step on for now.
Yeah, I mean, you've got the neural tech to tick again, and that's actually some really good damage onto Fireball. Spike will be planted, though. Post plant could be made safe by the Hunter's Fury, which Zeke has backed up in towards A main. Defense doesn't really have much to work with outside of basic utility. Bob connects with the operator. So again, this Hunter's Fury, the big key here for this post plant. Here comes the swing. Pa1nt can't connect a single shot. Oh, but there's the follow-up. That will work. Will again just be offering to give this site up. And it's going to be onto a full retake. You got the Armageddon this time, though. That's the big difference maker here for Shopify. And they get a first blood from Pa1nt. Maybe more, and yeah, he connects for 2. And in round 12, yep, you have Spaz working on C-Long. You wait for him to clear, and then you just throw an Armageddon down. You just reach out into the site. Zeke is the only thing that could possibly stop this, and that first is good. But no, you're not going to be able to hold on to the site itself. Zeke is stuck. Flashes are good, and SRB will get 2 in a row. Take it to an 8-4 half as we swap.
Fun little speed run of the first half of that round.
We've seen this composition in the past for Blue Water. It tends to be a little bit less effective defensively, and well, Fair was hoping for a one-on-one contact to try to take something away, but instead meets 4 members of Shopify. Zeke just trying to get some sort of a sound cue. Will have a little bit of help from the dark cover plus paranoia, but how about this? This is such a bold play from Fireball, and it may work out perfectly. In fact, it very well be a round-winning setup, but no, Mundi too aware of it, deals with it, and now you can join Pancakes on site.
He's played these games before, and so is Fireball. Every check done as they make that mad dash over to C site. They recognize the kind of speed that Blue Water can come with as well. Just not enough to make it back to C in time for this spike to go down, and the spam will not do that much.
Well, this crunch is going to have to work out perfectly. Trap deleted. Mundi will be responsible for this. Everyone else will, again, just keep their eyes on the choke points up front. Easy for the first. Zoe, only an angle for a moment. And now Shopify have just stacked onto site, and it's going to make this very difficult for Blue Water to break back in. Bob, the last one left. 1v4, not a lot of time. Will just sacrifice their lives to the spike exploding.
You just hand yourself over to this after, again, unable to make a dent. It's like he's walking through a busy sidewalk. He's like, excuse me, pardon me. Just try to squeeze through.
Hey, don't mind me.
30 seconds left.
But here comes the play. Paranoia across the site. Blue Water able to take down one more. Actually, a follow-up from Zoe is great. And then you've got Fair in the mix. So it's just down to Spaz with a stinger off the reload. Sprays down another in the top corner. Oh, now to the 1v1. It's Fireball with the Sheriff versus Spaz with the stinger. Contact is there, but Fireball connects and saves the round from what would be a 1v4 from Spaz. So now Fireball's aware that he should keep his gun up and only finds the opener. That's going to be a gun collected.
It's another mad dash, though, and you bet your bottom dollar whoever from Blue Water is here is going to react to it. It's going to be the guy that they want to do everything for Blue Water this round. Fair steps out. Fair dies pretty dang quickly, and that's a lot of individual responsibility placed on each member of Blue Water. Swiftly collapses. Rest in these corners a lot more consistently. Again, that'll slow the game down a decent bit, but it also allows you to check around for these trapwires a little more passively unless Fireball steps out and starts peeking you. Now Pancakes is going to get sprayed through and die. Whoopsie.
But again, we know where Fireball is, so we should just be utility bombing A and getting into sight. And we're not even using Fault Line. We're not throwing down dark covers. We're not throwing down Paranoia. This just does not feel like the Shopify Rebellion Black from last stage. I don't know what it is, because now you got the neural theft to come through. Defense is trying to commit to it.
Breaking them.
Hunter's Fury is out.
30 seconds left.
Missing, though. Last one down towards Hell also misses. And BCJ follows up. Oh, goodness, not like this. Nice one from Fair. Resets the shield, not once but twice. Kill contract will come through. BCJ gets one with the Armageddon. It's just down to the 1v1 inside the kill contract. First shot there, and Fair takes down 3 to secure the round for Blue Otter.
But it'll have Fair creep up now. Fireball is no longer the lurker. It's that ISO that's been fragging out so heavily.
And the paranoia just puts Pa1nt into this moment of kind of dire desperation. Fair now back in the mix once again, resets the shield, and Fair is getting it done themselves. Looking good for 11 here for Blue Otter. And Fair's not done. Could be good for the full 5-man ace. Pancakes avoids him though. Fair is hunting for it. We'll see the spike, but will not find Pancakes.
He's like, please, anyone but Fair. On the Outlaw, too. Oh, man. Masterclass walk-up from Fair. Has taken those windows of opportunity and opened them up massively. Now it's Bob that's going to be walking up. Making a mile out of this up to the steps as Pa1nt will get that first frag. There, refrag on the kill contract, and Bob crept up. There's the kill.
It's just too much map given away. Too much map given away again. And that's just another one of those moments like, for Shopify, you have the overdrive out, so you play aggressively into A and you get in there, but we're not in positions to stop the walkdowns at mid. I just... Maybe there's something that I'm missing here, but this just feels a little too easy right now for Blue Otter, especially in a map pick that's coming out of Shopify Rebellion's bank. Yeah, Pa1nt stuck.
One enemy remaining.
Nowhere to go. That's going to do it. Unless Pancakes can 1v4. With just the Guardian at the moment. Teleport across. Pop flashes through. We're going to double swing this. Yeah, sure feels like it. Pancakes gets the first, though.
30 seconds
Here comes help down long. Pancakes gets the read.
Come on.
Surely not like this. Oh, 1v4 for Pancakes.
One more time here on the defense.
This is better. Okay, how about some A-long pressure? We've got spy cams and stuff over towards mid to stop any walk down through grass. Rolling Thunder opens up the site. Dimensional Drift is at the ready for Blue Otter. Spam shot from Bob, not gonna hit. Do you pop the ult here? Yes, you do. Checks, find one at Hell. Follow up, looking to come back on in with the owl drone right there. Contingency wall also in play. Pa1nt can't get back to safety. Spaz is still known in the backline, but he's able to find one before Fireball gets the trade. 3v4 on the site. Pancakes still holding. Salvo out late. Nice shots from Pancakes, but completely flanked out as Zoe was able to find him from the side. There's the fault line. No more utility for BCJ after this salvo. Fireball still on, gets it to halfway, trying to stick for it. BCJ gets 2, but Fireball gets the defuse before the salvo gets down. Oh, mercy.
It's all about the margins.
Again, everything's being watched. You got a one-way smoke on A, keeping Zoe nice and safe. Zeke just playing for contact with a shock dart if he wants to. Help on the way. Pa1nt. Dash at the ready, but again, you've got tripwires in the way here. You can't just move on through it, but they still find Zeke before you can return into sight. Bob, though, off the pinch, has them stuck, and Shopify again continue just to play with their food a little bit, trying to bounce out of the sight, but again, they run right in the waiting arms of Bob, and there's just nowhere for Shopify to go.
Shadows traveling.
Seeing this uber aggression continuously from these two duelists. Seeing some pages taken out of Envy's book. Of course, their own sort of silent style on it. Still, a 1v1 that Spaz can recover. 35 HP on the plate. Zoe
I love this.
Big peek on the courtyard here. Spaz does not have any util. It'll be a raw peek. That Zoe easily wins. Blue Otter, that is another pistol in the pocket for them.
You're trusting your setup on site for B. You've got Fair in the mix, over the top of market. No one's looking at that. Reveal is good. It's just, this Shopify approach has been very easily read, no matter what the map has been to this point.
It really is a great attacking composition, though, with this Waylay. And with the pistol round, we did see sparks of it. As Fair gonna go ahead and farm these knives up. Might as well. But, you know, you saw that group turnaround after Pa1nt doubled back. A lot of these attacking rounds, especially on this B side, are going to be hell-bent on how far Pa1nt gets.
Trying for some spam, not going to connect fully, but does tag up Monzi quite a bit. Spike will be planted. Flank on the way. Fair. Oh, I love this. I mean, it just comes down to the timing on that because BCJ has no reason to push up too far forward. Just fair check for it. Oh, wow. Gets the reset. That's a rifle now collected as well with that. Spaz not going to be bamboozled by the decoy. Knife to reveal. Fireball gets punished. Now here comes the collapse. Zeke up top. Some good damage coming through, but the kills are good for SRB. It's just really down to what Fair and Zoe can do from the outside of the site, but no. Suppress comes through with the null command, and that's enough for Shopify Rebellion to have the edge in the gunfights in that 3v2, and Shopify Rebellion get their second. Their cover will fade. Here comes the approach. Pa1nt already on site, but Fireball has been hanging behind his cyber cage and makes use of it for the first. Help now here from Bob. Wow. Armageddon's going to be called in, forcing out this defense to try to play on the low ground, and BCJ will collect a couple off the reload. Sloppy stuff from Fair. And initially what looked like Blue Otter were maybe going to put together a hold. Now it's just on to Bob, missing the first shot. And, well, they're about to be completely flanked up. Yeah, teleport over, get the free plant at B. Don't fiddle with it. And it should be a fourth round for Shopify.
Purely just to expedite this, Bob, ulti's gone. No TP free.
30 seconds left.
Yeah.
You got to pick this dry. This is looking a little too fragmented to make this work.
I mean, yeah, Pancakes just has to hold here. I mean, you just don't peek. You've got a numbers advantage on site. You win that one. Yeah, you just don't peek. So that works out for Shopify Rebellion.
It's happening on a Broadway stage. It's being projected. Like, everything is so just read by the other side. And rather than Blue Otter being free-willed and being able to make their own choices, the moment that Shopify forces Blue Otter to make a choice, they know that they've forced them to make that decision. Yeah. It's very much a psychological battle that'll carry through here, and that is certainly a way to try to drive the nails in deeper.
Yep. This is, again, another one of those rounds for Shopify. You're dealing with a Blue Otter team that is weaker on utility and Arsenal, and you're letting them get back on the round. They haven't even dropped a member yet. I mean, it's just the aggression from Blue Otter has gone unchecked. They even catch BCJ as the door is dropping. And now it's just on the Spaz inside of a deep dark cover. Crossfire set up at the front doors at A. Here comes the hit over towards Tree. There's the gate crash back. Pa1nt will get some control over towards Glass. We're still peeking through it, and Bob cannot get out. Follow-up from Fair, though, is good. And you still have Zoe in the top corner. Can teleport back into sight, but is seen and dealt with by Monzi. So back and forth trades. We've got a 3v3.
Bear still inserted on the site, though, and as you hear the drop down, he gets the free turn back, and the Spike is on an island. Has to get in further, though, to guarantee that Shopify can't trespass back again before the rest of Blue is on. But that just gives Pancakes a neural theft that guarantees that Blue Otter now have to initiate the fight as well. They'll hop on. Spaz peeks out. Fireball gets that kill. 1v2. Pancakes, he's done it before. Does he do it again? No! Fireball swings out from the cubes.
No backup weapon for them as they're just going to run it down. Reveal is there. Now you've got a reset and a second follow-up looking for more. And Fair is going to take the round into their own hands. What are we looking at if you're Spaz? And how about all five? That is the most casual ace you're ever going to see in Challengers. Shopify Rebellion going to play with some much more dictative tempo here. Pancakes in the corner. Go ahead. Sees the barrel of a couple, but still loses the first blood. Unreal. Now you've got an opportunity for the Armageddon to get called in. Trades are back and forth. Spaz trying to hold from inside the site. Thinking about the teleport to join the rest of his comrades. I don't know why we're not keeping someone at main, but that's the call. Everything's been used. BCJ's used everything. Here comes the retake attempt. It's going to have to just be gunfight wins. Spaz gets one, trades out for another. Just down to Bob. Sheriff and an operator to play with. And not going to get out of the dark cover. Shopify Rebellion able to send us to a 6-6 half. This is the point of entry that I would be really curious to see how much Blue Otter can work through, is how much can they do at mid-market. Monzi holding a flash. Double stack over active mid-market doors, but Monzi gets pulled back. Now you've got an angle here for Fair, but misses out on an opportunity for it. Follow-up, timing-wise, is good for Fireball, but no connection, and it's Shopify with the numbers.
They see the chemistry coming through the walls again.
Portal closed.
Who isn't present here? It's Zoe. Could toss that paranoia back. And Shopify understands they still have overwhelming control.
Trades are out. Numbers still very comfortable for Shopify Rebellion, but some space has been won over towards topside glass. Shoulder
enemy
seam.
remaining.
Doesn't connect under the headshot. Bob will drop.
30 seconds
And
left.
Zoe is stuck in hell with a classic. Does have the spike, so maybe a chance to extend this round a touch more. Decent health pool as well, considering that these last three members are all pretty injured. One more check just to see if anyone's at
10
tree.
seconds left.
And then we'll try for the commitment. This will likely be just be all three members driving on it if there's the fragment. And there will not be enough time for Zoe to do too much with this. So pistol goes the way of Shopify Rebellion. Timing. Gonna be off the contact of this recon. You've also got the paranoia out. BCJ backs up. Gonna call for pancakes to rotate over, but only has a judge from mid-market. Still, well, when you throw 90% of the shells out of that first cartridge into the face, doesn't make a difference what you do. And now Anzi will be tested at tree, fragment deep. Fair has already gotten a bit through. Monzi would not expect this challenge, and that's what happens. Spaz now in trouble. Pa1nt trying to hold the push through, but this is going to be opening here for Blue Otter.
30 seconds left.
The toss up as Fair continues to trollops forward with now this bulldog in hand. And it's become such a more dangerous
Spike
round
planted.
already. There's the site control. Now it comes to the team fight.
Yep. Again, weapons are not great, but we'll see what they can muster. Initial looking decent. Yeah, Pa1nt up top.
Last
That will
player
work.
standing.
Classic chipping away at Bob, who's down to just a single shot, essentially worth of health. And it's going to have to check onto BCJ eventually. Or has there been a moment of timing here? Another toggle. Bob's going to call the fake. Now this has to be held to halfway. Bob will find the sound cues, but calls out the bluff again.
BCJ!
Unbelievable. BCJ's got no ice. And the headshots come through. Bob steals away the round for the 1v1 clutch. What are we watching? Well, opening first blood again comes through. Almost a chance for a follow-up. BCJ caught with utility out. Salvo being danced with. Fireball's able to get away. And in that moment, Bob does connect. Flash out. Monzi, though, pardon me. That might be a spark that Shopify Rebellion need to stay in this game, because that is a lucky spray down for two. And now numbers are here with Shopify's defense.
Spike planted.
Stepping up again, Fireball ahead of it, and he's gonna get two! Turns into a 1v1, and Pa1nt's position's already compromised. Has to slow walk Zeke the turn. Pa1nt clutches it. It is scripts and scrapes. Yeah, the site control, it won't be all too worried about that. Blue's just gonna step on to A, unfettered, unfazed.
Okay. How do you want to break this down? Pa1nt, keep an eye on the Waylay. Convergent paths likely to be the first thing to start. There it is, right across the site. Hunter's Fury to counter. Salvo connects again. I feel like the Salvo has connected for way too many kills to this point. Shopify trying to get their way in. How does Fair get two right-click headshots? Fireball continues to pop off in key 1v1s. And now it's a 2v3. Fireball's not losing those. Stop challenging him. Monty on site. Doesn't matter. We're playing Call of Duty. We got a run and gun stinger. 9-8, Blue Otter.
Camera taken out. Tripwire destroyed.
No pancakes.
Cage triggered.
Has a good cyber cage set up, but still can't win the one. Fair has been so good
Unbelievable.
in these opening duels. It's going to be a free B site. You don't really have anything to retake here for Shopify besides just the raw power of the last four members alive.
Spike planted.
Fair's just been a demon. And he's unafraid at this point. Ascended at the front lines. Ready for this next entry. Knows a drone's coming. Doesn't care. Just peeks into the market. There's a short side for you. BCJ can counterfrag. Now you got a 4v4 on your hands.
Yeah, that doesn't really kill the time as much as Blue Otter were hoping it would.
No.
Bob's gonna have to hit a shot with an operator. There's the recon dart. Deleted immediately, but Bob does hit. BCJ also revealed and taken care of, and there's just nowhere for Spaz to go. Perfect post-plant hold.
As soon as Shopify tries the new strats.
Oh, there's some information for Fair. Actually catches the shoulder as well. Trying to get the first before Pa1nt can try to peek. Still does. Follow-up is decent, though. 4v4. Zeke not quite able to help out for any trades as he's operating the owl drone just to see what's over towards tree. And Zostal actually may catch a little bit of timing here. There's the paranoia. Zeke wall bangs onto Monzi. And the A site is very vulnerable now.
You got 2 on, but so much space still there. There's Pa1nt on the double swing for Spaz. They're trying to work off of each other. With this smoke
good.
peek.
Wow.
Spaz, that's a beautiful wander. That'll net him 2 on the way down.
Last player standing.
Oh, and then
Spike
Pa1nt
down
connects
A.
with one of the most critical sheriff shots you could possibly hit. But it's Fireball. 1v2.
30 seconds left.
Goes to break the door. And the glass at the same time. Pa1nt now with an operator. Fireball remaining with 10 bullets in the Vandal. There's the gun scene. And no problems there for Pa1nt. Shopify Collecta Thrifty.
We'll just double back here. A lot of
Yeah. Oh, I was just
big.
about to say, this is a lot of mid-control. I think
Yeah, you
that's
were
why
waiting it
Blue
out.
Otter are trying to, try to get everything to go the direction of Fair, but the defense, no need to rotate now. 5v3 situation. Spaz has seen the head of Zeke. So again, Shopify Rebellion have information, but look how far back they're playing. Like, this is still a lot of space. The Spike's gonna be able to rotate in for free. You just have
30
to
seconds
clear
left.
out this position at window. You just have to teamwork it out. Take your numbers advantage and just take a 3v1 and out trade it.
right, guarantee that there's one here overextended. They still haven't even guaranteed the plan. BCJ ain't even on the way back yet. Now he will be.
I cannot believe they even let them plan.
Yeah, this is, again, very reactive coming from Shopify. We'll see how far it gets him here. Now you can extend back. I mean, Zostal has a terrific position in tree. Oh,
Unreal.
Zeke is a better one.
Plus a little bit of damage on the cross. You maybe wouldn't expect Zoe to be in this corner. Door will shut. And then immediately gets broken. Zeke off the reload. Bob can't really connect on it too much. Zeke only gets 1. Just down to Zoe. 1v3 situation. Has an angle at the spike though from tree. Dark cover out. First shot not gonna land as Pa1nt finds the connection.
They still haven't lost
Who's next?
that confidence when it comes to being able to play that retake with this composition. Oh boy. Fun combination here with the Dimensional Drift and Hunter's
Yeah.
Fury though. Bob is gonna give Zeke a free kill.
And then immediately get out of the dimensional drift and back away. Plus you've got B main control. Oh, and a follow-up. As Pa1nt really can't get anything done there. Pancake's trying to get into the site. Nice shot from BCJ. Survives, gets back. Fair has gotten onto site, but the spike is going to re-wrap. Bob is also still holding. Are they just going to try to, get the free planet A? Sure will. Isolation onto Pancakes. Or is it the other way around? Oh, goodness. And they
Spike
know that
planted.
Fair is on site still.
Player
Shot
standing.
misses! And Fair connects to punish. 3v1 for Pancakes. Truck dart, follow up. Chunks him down to 71 health, but Zoe is low. Doesn't matter. Headshot lands, and Blue Otter's on match point. Oh, Bob's found first blood today. BCJ can't hold here. Paranoia is out. There goes the Armageddon, but that's easily dodged. Fair's already on site. BCJ doesn't turn for it. And that might be how Shopify Rebellion's hopes end in stage 2. Unless there's a hero play out of Pa1nt or Spaz. Good reaction. Can swap away from the operator, but Fireball's there for the trade. Neural Theft will get the recon on Spaz's position. And it feels like just a matter of time. There is just so much that can stall out this play. Time is going to be an issue. The 1v4 already is an issue. There's the flash, but Spaz finds one. Teleports into the mix. Still has a paranoia. Not sure how much of that is actually going to land, and then just baits out the fake. And Bob just takes a straight shot. No worries.
Attackers
Blue
win.
Otter making the whole talent desk and our caster booth look very silly, as we were all predicted Shopify Rebellion Black to win this one. But I'll tell you, that is not the Shopify Rebellion Black I expected to see today, and Blue Otter punished the mistakes that were being made.
Yeah, the ceilings